Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video we're going to be talking through the RuneScape 3 roadmap for the rest of this year and the start of 2025. Now Jagex has just put this up on their YouTube channel and we did a premiere for it as well, so the video will still be up there. I'll make sure to link it in any possible news post on the homepage as well for you guys to have a read and look through. I would really suggest watching the video because they do go through some details, show some screenshots and a bit of live action play as well of all these new updates coming to the game. So they're split it in two halves. One was 2024 and one was 2025. So we're going to start at 2024 and talk through all the updates of what I can honestly say is probably one of the best roadmaps. I hate that word, but best roadmaps they've given for RS3 in a long time. Like the kind of quality and kind of things they're bringing to the game are pretty big. Like we'll talk through them all anyway. So for 2024, the next couple of updates, we are going to be getting a brand new quest for the Sanctum sort of area, and that will be linked to the release of a new skilling boss, which is going to be the Gates of Elenidus, which kind of links to the Desert storyline. And the Desert storyline had quite a heavy link to all the updates. It's basically sort of over 2024 and 2025 going to be the end of the Desert storyline, which is pretty huge, to be fair, to have a storyline as big as the Desert one to finally have its end. It's pretty massive. So that's going to be the first sort of thing, is the Gate of Elenidus, the skilling boss along with the quest. The quest will come first, then the boss. The boss can also be soloed and done as a group as well, which is really nice. I think one of the things people sort of say about Croesus, which kind of meant it didn't hit as much as it should have, was that you needed a group to do it. And I think a lot of people nowadays don't have those links anymore. Like you don't have people to go and boss with or to go do a skill boss with. So the fact it's solo helps your Iron Men and also your players who do struggle to sort of get groups together anyway. Then moving on to then, a group Iron Man was sort of talked through as well. It's kind of announced late October, early November, which works for me because I can get my holidays in before then. And I'm still trying to finalise a group, but we will have a video when we've got sort of dates sort of announced. But basically, group Iron Men can trade on tradables, which is pretty big, and I don't think 07 can do that. And there'll be lots of cosmetics, lots of awards and achievements for how your group gets along. The more your group progresses, the more rewards it can unlock, which is pretty nice. The Halloween event actually looks really good. It's linked to the Horsemen. Well, I don't know if it's 4 or 5. They said 5, but I'm pretty sure it should be 4. But anyway, the Horsemen, and it seemed like a really good seasonal event. What sort of stuck on later on is that they've kept the Christmas village the same and also the Easter one. So maybe that's a theme now of these events. You'll get the Halloween event, Christmas event, Easter, and then the beach. And then they just add new and different rewards every year, which I think that's what they need to do with these kind of events. They don't need to completely rehash them. They're very good. They just need to bring new stuff to it. So it's a little bit different to the year before. And then after that, they class these as little updates, but a 4th Necro Conjure, which is going to be the Phantom. That's going to come in September, October. And then also a new Slayer monster, which will drop the Slayer Helm Edition for Necromancy, which will be a big chance for us to make some profit because on day of release, people will be after that. Again, Slayer is a very big skill. Monster drops and stuff like that, very huge. After that, we have another Desert storyline quest for December. And again, the Desert storyline theme is going to be a theme over sort of the next year. And then also announcements of woodcutting and fletching going to 110 for November and December. I think when they announced the 110s coming to the game, me personally, I thought we'd be talking a long time in between it, but it's looking like months. And this wasn't the only 110 skill announced as well. So woodcutting and fletching are just hand in hand. They make sense to come with each other, just like mining and smithing did. But things it announced was a tier 100 range weapon, a masterwork range weapon, brand new hatchet, and a brand new tree as well. And with woodcutting, it's going to bring the AFK-ness, which we love. We'll be all over that update. Fletching will bring profit, which again is something we're all for, and we do love that kind of thing as well. But that was the rest of 2024, and going through the list I made as well, that's pretty stacked. That is a very big sort of list of content coming. Now, what I'm going to do, rather than you having to watch me do some prayer, I'm just going to flick over to the website. Right, so here is the news post. So again, we're going to go off this. So we've just spoke about the Gates of Elenidus. We're pretty much here now. So the new Desert quest, the 110 woodcutting and fletching, and also the Christmas event as well. And then starting 2025, 110 rune crafting, which is going to be good. This is how they're going to bring the tier 100 mage weapon in. So with the woodcutting and fletching, that brought the range one in. The rune crafted one is going to sort out the mage. We have another desert storyline. Big announcement was the combat achievement, very similar to 07, or pretty much the same as 07. Easy to Grandmaster, which will no doubt have some massive rewards. Really interested to see what the rewards are, because the rewards were mainly aimed towards God Wars and that kind of tier, whereas the RS3 is quite far past that. So it'll be really big to see what they introduce in terms of that. Skilling update and skilling rebalance. It talks about skilling for profit, skilling for XP, and making that as well. 110 crafting, which will be pretty massive. Runefest also announced 1st, 2nd of March. And then finally in late spring, a Mascot Showdown, the new big boss for next year. Not only that as well, the finale to the Desert storyline. And then if you didn't think that was enough, they actually announced towards the end a brand new area expansion, which, again, like, that is some pretty good content. Like, the new area expansion, that could bring a new skill, that could bring a new boss, that could bring a new monster, new resources. Like, it could be huge. That'll be late 2025, but I think until then we've got quite a lot to keep us busy in the meantime. But what I'll do, I'll make sure to link this post because it's really in-depth with all the stuff as well. Definitely go check the video out as well. They did a really good job of explaining it on the video. But what I like most about this as well is not often does skilling get a look into. A lot normally skilling gets left by the wayside. It doesn't get included as much because PVM is the main bit of RS3. Like, that's the main thing. But the fact there's a lot of 110 skills coming, we're going to get 4 110 skills within a year, which is pretty massive. You just had to see what mining and smithing brought. If the others can bring similar sort of levels, it's going to be a pretty big year. In terms of me and like content and making content and like series and stuff, this is an action-packed sort of post. It's really good. The combat mastery achievements I'm very much looking forward to. I think it'd be a good challenge for me to learn PVM and to get into PVM as well. And there's a few really good little things as well. Little worried about the 4th Conjure for Necromancy because I think Necromancy is still too far ahead of the others. And I think a 4th Conjure really will give it a bit more of a bump than it needs to. Really interested on the skilling boss. We'll be doing that on the day as well. And then just all the other little bits will be very, very nice for the year. But I'm very happy with what they've released in terms of the update. I think everything they've brought in is very, very good. I think the fact they're looking at things like the desert story and completing things rather than leaving things like half finished is really good as well. And maybe like further on we'll look at other quest lines. I quite like how they're focusing on the desert, get the desert done, and then maybe we can move to another storyline and get that completed and finished. But yeah, it's a really, really good year. But that's going to be the end of this video. I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think this is better than what was promised? Are you optimistic? Are you disappointed? How are you feeling about this update in terms of the year going ahead? Me, really happy. I think there's enough here as well to encourage me of the future. The way they're communicating and putting stuff forward, the ideas. We've seen such a massive increase since the whole we didn't get a roadmap kicked off, and I think that's a really good thing on the RS player side. Like the fact that we've had a response is such a good thing, and the content here shows that they're putting the time into it as well. So really happy, looking forward to it. Obviously, whenever like these updates get closer and closer, we'll do videos on the updates, we'll do videos on the day. Group Iron Man, I'm very much looking forward to doing it, and we'll be doing a group. And all these new skills, we'll try and find ways to make money with it and ways to profit as well. But yeah, very much looking forward to it all. Really good, and we did a really good job on presenting it and handing it out as well. But in the post, this is the link to the video. Make sure to check the video out, read the post, and we'll be doing plenty of content based off all this in the future as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel and you're interested in all this content coming forward and what videos are doing it, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Aiming for 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can help me out, that would be absolutely massive, and thank you so much. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and again, if you have, drop a like, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.